In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on October 19, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami, Florida versus Louisville. 2 Atlantic Coast Conference rivals will clash in search of a much-needed victory as they meet on the gridiron in the Bluegrass State this weekend. The number 6 ranked Miami Hurricanes will be on the road, set to face the Louisville Cardinals in an exciting Saturday afternoon matchup. The Hurricanes come into this contest well-rested after a bye week. In their last game, played on October 5th, they pulled off an incredible comeback to defeat Cal 39-38 on the road, though they failed to cover the spread as 10-point favorites. On the other hand, Louisville edged past Virginia in a tight 24-20 road win last Saturday. However, like Miami, they did not cover the spread, which had them favored by 7 points. Historically, Miami has dominated this series with an 11-4-1 record, but Louisville got the better of them in their most recent meeting, securing a 38-31 road victory on November 18, 2023. This game promises to be a high-scoring affair, with both teams boasting potent offenses that love to air it out. Miami's Cam Ward, a leading Heisman Trophy candidate, has been at the forefront of his team's success, posting eye-popping stats as Miami remains unbeaten. Defensively, both teams have been strong against the pass, limiting opponents to just 5 passing touchdowns over the course of 6 games. However, Miami has been more effective at forcing turnovers, with 10 takeaways compared to Louisville's 6. Despite their defensive prowess, the Cardinals struggled to contain a relatively weak Virginia offense, raising concerns about how they will handle Miami's far more explosive attack. Neither team has been particularly reliable in covering the spread recently, with both failing to do so in their last 2 games. While Louisville's playoff hopes are slim and would require not only winning out but also a great deal of luck, Miami remains firmly in the playoff conversation. Their near loss to Cal should serve as a wake-up call to avoid underestimating opponents. The Hurricanes have won 2 of their last 3 games against Louisville, and the Cardinals have struggled to cover as underdogs this season. In fact, the last time Miami was favored by less than 10 points was their season opener against Florida, where they trounced the Gators 41-17. While Miami has had its share of close calls, particularly against Virginia Tech and Cal, it's hard to envision Louisville keeping pace with the Hurricanes when the latter plays up to their full potential. Miami's extra time to prepare gives them an additional edge, and Louisville's occasional struggles and pass defense could prove costly. Cam Ward has arguably been the top quarterback in college football this season, and unless Louisville receives a more favorable point spread, it's difficult to back them in this matchup. As a result, the Miami Hurricanes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When it comes to the total, Miami has consistently hit the over this season, with a remarkable 5-0-1 record in their first 6 games. On the road, the Hurricanes are 2-0-1 when it comes to the over, surpassing the total in wins over Florida and Cal, while pushing in their victory over South Florida. Louisville has also frequently gone over the total this season, hitting the over in 4 of their 6 games. The Cardinals split their 2 road games in terms of the over, going over in their loss to Notre Dame but falling short in their win over Virginia. In recent history, both teams have leaned heavily toward high-scoring affairs, with Miami hitting the over in 8 of their last 10 games, and Louisville going 7-3 in their last 10 contests. Notably, the last 3 matchups between these 2 teams have all gone over the total. Both offenses have been prolific throughout the season. Miami has scored at least 38 points in every game thus far, and I trust Louisville's offense to contribute enough to push the total over. The Cardinals have scored no fewer than 24 points in any game this season, even against formidable defenses like Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. With these 2 teams consistently hitting the over in their recent meetings, and Miami boasting a 5-0-1 record on the over this year, while Louisville follows with a 4-2 record on the over, this matchup is likely to be another high-scoring contest. Atlantic Coast Conference games often feature explosive offenses, and with Miami healthy and motivated to avoid any slip-ups, they could easily surpass 40 points, with Louisville doing enough offensively to help the game reach the over. Even though both teams have respectable defenses, their offensive firepower firepower should be enough to drive the score beyond the projected total. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Virginia versus Clemson. The Clemson Tigers will host the Virginia Cavaliers this Saturday in an Atlantic Coast Conference showdown with significant implications. Both teams are closely matched in terms of overall performance, separated by just one game in the standings, and both remain in the hunt for a spot in the Atlantic Coast Conference championship game. With both squads eager to secure a key conference victory, this matchup could be pivotal in shaping the final standings. Although the Atlantic Coast Conference schedule is packed with exciting games this weekend, this contest between Clemson and Virginia stands out as one fans will want to watch closely. Historically, Clemson has dominated this series, winning 5 consecutive matchups since 2008. Their last meeting in 2020 resulted in an 18-point victory for the Tigers. Clemson's dominance over Virginia has been particularly evident in recent years, as the Cavaliers have not secured a win over the Tigers in their last 5 meetings. Moreover, Virginia has struggled when playing in Clemson, dropping each of their previous 3 visits to Memorial Stadium. The Tigers have been highly effective against the spread at home this season, covering in all 3 of their home games so far in 2024. In fact, Clemson has extended their against the spread streak at Memorial Stadium to 6 straight games, dating back to the 2023 season. Additionally, the Tigers have covered in 4 of their first 6 games this season, including a decisive win against Wake Forest last week. Defensively, Clemson has been outstanding, holding their opponents to 14 points or fewer in each of their last 3 games. Offensively, they have been just as potent, scoring more than 39 points in 4 of their last 5 outings. On the other hand, Virginia's defense has struggled on the road, giving up 24 points or more in 6 consecutive away games dating back to 2023, and they have surrendered 24-plus points in 4 of their last 5 games overall. While Virginia has had a successful season so far, this game presents a major challenge for them, especially on the road against a surging Clemson team. The Tigers have been firing on all cylinders, scoring 40 points or more in 4 of their previous 5 games. Although Virginia's defense has been relatively solid this year, they may find it difficult to contain Clemson's high-powered offense, particularly in the early stages of the game. It's worth noting that Clemson has a bye week following this matchup, which might provide some temptation to look ahead. However, the Tigers have shown no signs of slowing down since their early season showdown with Georgia, and they appear to be laser-focused on maintaining their winning momentum. Until Clemson provides a reason for doubt, it's hard to bet against them. While the Cavaliers have the potential to keep things competitive, Clemson's relentless playstyle suggests they are out to make a statement no matter who they face. Given the Tigers' track record, the Clemson Tigers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The last 4 meetings between Clemson and Virginia have all gone over the projected point total, with their most recent encounter producing a combined 64 points. Virginia's offense has shown flashes of explosiveness in 2024, scoring more than 30 points in 3 different games, including a 43-point outburst on the road against Coastal Carolina in Week 4. Additionally, the Cavaliers have consistently surpassed the point total in road games, going over in 8 straight contests away from home dating back to last season. This trend has continued into the 2024 season, with Virginia scoring 30 or more points in each of their 2 road games thus far. Clemson's offense is equally impressive, ranking among the top 25 in several key offensive categories, including yards per game and points per game. The Tigers have demonstrated the ability to score in bunches, exceeding 39 points in 4 of their last 5 games and surpassing 48 points on 3 separate occasions this season. Quarterback Cade Klubnik has been a standout performer, throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in Clemson's victory last week. With both teams capable of lighting up the scoreboard, this matchup at Memorial Stadium is shaping up to be a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Nebraska versus Indiana. We have a highly anticipated Big Ten Conference showdown lined up for Week 8 of the college football season, as the Nebraska Cornhuskers hit the road to face the Indiana Hoosiers on Saturday afternoon at Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana. This intriguing matchup will air exclusively on Fox, drawing significant attention as both teams come into the contest with vastly different momentum. Both Nebraska and Indiana had byes last week, providing them with extra time to rest, recover, and prepare for this pivotal conference game. The Cornhuskers enter the matchup riding a 2-game winning streak, having secured a hard-fought 14-7 home victory over the Rutgers Scarlet Knights 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, the Hoosiers are looking to keep their perfect season intact after cruising to a 41-24 win on the road against the Northwestern Wildcats back on October 5th. Each team is vying for crucial positioning within the conference, making this game essential for both programs as they look to continue their positive campaigns. Following their mutual week off, Nebraska heads into Bloomington carrying a sense of momentum and purpose, while Indiana aims to remain unbeaten. Nebraska has recovered well since a loss to Illinois nearly a month ago, winning consecutive games. On the other side, the Hoosiers have dominated their opponents, winning each contest by comfortable margins. Indiana's offense has been one of the most productive in the nation, ranking 7th in offensive predicted points added and 9th in yards per play margin. They have excelled in scoring efficiency, generating 5 points per trip inside the opponent's 40-yard line in meaningful game situations since Week 3. However, this matchup presents a different challenge for the Hoosiers, as the Cornhuskers boast the most formidable defense Indiana has faced so far this season. Nebraska ranks 5th nationally in defensive predicted points added and has allowed just 2 points per scoring opportunity in the same time frame, making it tough for opponents to capitalize when in scoring range. Nebraska's defense has also proven disruptive, ranking within the top 35 nationally in havoc rate over the past 5 weeks. This could spell trouble for Indiana's offense, which has struggled to avoid disruption and ranks outside the top 45 in havoc allowed, despite facing one of the easiest schedules in the country, currently ranked 112th by ESPN. While Indiana's offense has been explosive, the Cornhuskers will look to disrupt their rhythm and keep the game within reach. Offensively, Nebraska has shown improvement since mid-September, posting top 35 rankings in both predicted points added and scoring opportunities. However, the Cornhuskers have had difficulty converting these opportunities into points, averaging only 3 points per trip inside the opponent's 40-yard line in meaningful game time. On the other hand, Indiana's defense has been bending more than breaking, ranking among the top 15 in opportunities allowed since mid-September, but surrendering over 4 points on average during those critical moments. Indiana's defense also ranks 52nd in havoc generated and 73rd in defensive predicted points added during that period, raising concerns about how they will handle Nebraska's offensive strategy. Given these trends, it's reasonable to expect that Nebraska will be able to move the ball and score enough points to stay competitive, likely keeping the game within one possession. This game promises to be a fascinating clash between two Big Ten programs that are on the rise. Indiana has earned the right to be favored, given its unbeaten record and home field advantage, but the current betting line may be set a bit too high. Nebraska has a history of success in this matchup, winning 6 of the last 7 meetings against the Hoosiers. A major reason for Nebraska's recent success is the impressive play of freshman quarterback Dylan Raiola. Raiola has displayed poise beyond his years, boasting a 9-3 touchdown to interception ratio while completing 66.9% of his passes. The bye week came at the perfect time, allowing Raiola and head coach Matt Rule to fine-tune their game plan and prepare for Indiana's defense. With solid coaching and extra preparation, Nebraska should be able to execute effectively and remain competitive throughout the game. The Cornhuskers have proven capable of hanging tough against quality opponents, and with a balanced offense and a disciplined defense, they are positioned to give Indiana all they can handle. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Defensively, Indiana has established itself as one of the most reliable units in college football, which could limit what Nebraska can do offensively. The Cornhuskers, on the other hand, are averaging just 4.4 yards per play this season, ranking 10th in the nation in that metric. This suggests that they may have some success containing Indiana's high-powered offense, especially after both teams benefited from a bye week to prepare for each other's schemes. Both teams boast some of the top defenses in the nation, which could lead to a lower-scoring affair. Nebraska ranks 8th nationally in scoring defense, giving up just 13 points per game, while Indiana is not far behind, sitting 12th in the country by allowing an average of 17 points per game. Nebraska has been especially stout against the run, surrendering only 2.5 yards per carry, ranking 3rd nationally. This will be a critical factor as Indiana averages 200.3 rushing yards per game, placing 31st in the country. Both teams will likely focus on establishing the run, but Nebraska's formidable run defense may stymie Indiana's ground attack, setting the stage for a low-scoring contest dominated by defense. Given the strengths of both defensive units, points will likely come at a premium. Expect a slower-paced, methodical game in which both offenses struggle to find consistent rhythm. I anticipate this game playing out as a classic 3 yards and a cloud of dust affair, with both teams grinding for every yard. As a result, we predict that the final score will be in the range of 24-20. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.